I'm gonna go ahead and be dramatic. This might be the most important hour that you've ever seen on HSN. It might be actually life-changing because we're all dealing with stress and the pressures of daily life, right? Whatever you do in life, we all deal with stress and we're all dealing with gravity. But if you have back pain, if you're actually suffering from debilitating back pain that has stolen the quality of your life, then I want to invite you to stick around with me this afternoon for this hour. What we have for you today is the Teeter FitSpine X3 inversion table with the brand new Flex bed. This is the newest model that Roger Teeter has brought to us at HSN. We've got an exceptional price break today at $160 off. What a great opportunity, but a lot of other things we're doing today and for this visit, which means we've extended the warranty to 10 years. It's never been that way. It is now 10 years. We've got the savings. We've got 6 months for you to pay it off, which means for $1.77 a day, you could get that life-changing relief, that stretch, that relaxation. But if you're suffering from back pain, look no further. In the industry, they are the only one that has gotten that FDA clearance as a medical device. They are the only one with the UL certification for safety and unparalleled quality and strength in construction. And they are the only ones that bring you your FitSpine, your inversion table, pretty much 85% assembled. So you guys, today is the day to stick around, to pay attention, to make that decision today. We've got wonderful opportunities this visit, and I know that I am certainly in. I've always wanted one, and I am in right now. So your item number, if you want to start pre-ordering, it's 638925. Of course, this amazing family has changed. They've changed so many lives, the quality of lives of so many people. That gentleman you see over there, he's Roger Teeter, and he is the founder, the president of Teeter Inversion Tables. We've got the lovely Riley, which is the vice president of Teeter, and also happens to be Roger's daughter. And we've even got this lovely woman here, and this is also co-founder of the company. Her name is Jenny, and that happens to be Roger Teeter's wife. So this is a family affair. And Roger, when your name is on the door, you know what? You do better. You love your job. I'm so grateful to have you again, because you are changing lives every day, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I wrecked my back. I mean, 45 years ago, when I say wrecked, I mean, on worst days, I actually even couldn't get out of bed. I had to get on the floor, crawl hands and knees into the shower to get hot water in my back just to be able to stand up. I tried everything to get relief. Nothing really worked until I found inversion. The relief I got was temporary, but it lasted longer and was more effective than anything else I tried. And by doing it on a regular basis, been virtually pain-free for 37 years, and I'm doing all the things that I love to do, and the water skiing and the snow skiing, and best of all, I'm doing it with my grandchildren. That is precious.
You got your life back, Roger. And so if you are looking to really improve the quality of your life, if you're looking to make a change, if you are, and I'm living it with my mom who is in extreme pain right now with her back issues, if you are wanting to get your life back and to live that fullest life you can live, stay with us this hour. We've got a testimonial, many happy users, life changed, right, for them with this one purchase. Here's Horace. Take a listen. Please stay with us and come right back.
I was always an active person. I've always been physical. To have that come to a screeching halt was something I really couldn't live with. Physically, mentally, and emotionally, I was totally a grumpy old man. When I got my Teeter, that's when it all changed for me. And the more I worked my back, the more relief my back gave me. And that's when I knew that this machine really works. It's so simple and yet so effective. If it wasn't for the Teeter, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It put the smile back on my face. If I was face to face with Roger Teeter, I would cry like a baby, because what he gave me was my life back. And I thank him. I thank him for that.
You can just tell me in person.
Oh, God. Thank you, sir. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I love my job, and it's because of testimonies like yours. I wrecked my back, and inversion changed my life. This is not a gimmick. We're not just selling product. We're selling a changed lifestyle.
Yes.
So many people have written off their ability to move freely because of old age. No, it's the long-term effects of gravity combined with lifestyle, posture, and a whole lot of other things. Teeter's a way to fight back against that.
I can't thank you enough.
Roger, I get goosebumps every single time.
Even I do. And there's so many testimonies like that. Get on .com and read them. This is it changed my life. And so much to the point my wife and I started this business in our garage in 1981. And it's virtually all we do. You know, we've sold 2.5 million tables. I mean, I absolutely love my job, and it's so satisfying to see people's lives truly changed around like horses. You know, that's really not an unusual story, as you'll see if you read the .com.
So let's start at the basics. Let's talk about what inversion is and how can it help you?
Well, gravity does a number on us. It's the most powerful force your body's going to see in its lifetime, and the proof of that power is changes in body shape. You know, as we get older, we get shorter. As we get shorter, we bulge out in the center. We lose our figure. We lose our flexibility, and just the lifestyle things that we do. You know. When you have back pain, you moved and maybe you bent over and you sneezed and you thought, man, how could something so simple take out my back? Well, it didn't. The back problems developed probably over several years, maybe a decade or two. You know, the discs are layers of halogen, and maybe you had an injury 10 years ago and it just made a little cut or a little tear in one of those layers. And then you added another injury later on and what have you. And all of a sudden you get to the point where you did move, a simple move, and bang, boom, you're toast.
Yeah, and you're thrown off.
And it's accumulative. But inversion is a way really to kind of reverse that process by keeping your back healthy. A regular program of maintenance will help you keep youthful function and help those discs self-restore and rehydrate and be healthy and keep a full range of motion.
Yeah, so, if we could look like you, I'll take anything you're having. But you know, it's very important to say, this is not a gimmick. This is not a fad. I mean, I know that you've dedicated your life to inversion technology and science for more than 35 years. This is the only one that got that coveted FDA clearance, okay? So that's
and only
a big
2
deal.
yeyou ago. You know, we're in business
After
35 years, and finally, after 35 years, FDA comes to the party late, but so welcome. You know, they said Teeter is now cleared as an Class 1 medical device and indicated, the use of Teeter is indicated for the following 10 common causes of back pain, and some of them are very serious. Back pain, general sciatica, that's a pinched nerve. Spinal degenerative joint disease, that's the same as osteoarthritis. Spinal curvature due to tight muscles. Muscle tension. Then we have herniated discs. There we are, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasm. You know, you know, when you have back pain, you don't really know which one of those is causing the problem.
That's right.
You know, it could be a muscular, it could be a misalignment, it could be a pinched nerve, but Teeter deals with all of them because it gives back pain relief 4 different ways. The really big thing, the thing that's really unique, is decompression. As you invert and relax, you will elongate 1 to 2 inches, all those joints opening up. So if you have a pinched nerve, that's your own body weight on a nerve, or on a misalignment, or on a sore joint. Then take the pressure off. I mean, stressed out muscles, that can be a cause of back pain, pulling the spine into curvature. You know, as you relax, you will elongate, the spine will straighten out. There's a bit of straightening going on. Now, look very closely at the disc. See how those are opening up?
That's right.
And all those nerves that you see coming out, that's how the brain speaks to the rest of the body.
Yeah.
Everything below the neck is controlled by the brain through all those nerves. You pinch one of them, you've compromised the communication. Now, if it happens to be a nerve going down the leg, and there's several on each leg or the shoulder, then you'll have pain down the leg, the shoulder, you call it sciatica. But you could have a pinched nerve that you don't actually feel. It's just compromised communication. That's why maintenance is such an important program, regular program.
It takes over your whole life. Think about when you've just had a bad cold, how you're just miserable. Think about when you've just had, I don't know, an upset stomach and you just can't function. Imagine when it's debilitating back pain every single day. It is robbing you of the quality of your life. Now, think of all the items that we present every single day at HSN. I want to tell you, this today has been top 20. We sell thousands and thousands a day. Top 20, Roger, and today is the day to do it. $160 savings. We've extended the warranty to a 10-year warranty. The 6 Flex means you don't have to pay the full price up front, although it's already a great deal. It's just basically $1.77 a day for the next 6 months. On any debit or credit card, we ship it out to you for $53 and change. You get to pay over time, and it comes 85% assembled. So I want to dive right in, and then I'm going to tell everybody what they're going to get, Roger. How does it work? What do we do? How do we get started?
Okay, well, first of all, you got to get it out of the box.
That's right. That's
you know, and
key.
it is 85% assembled.
Yeah.
In fact, let me just show you that very quickly, and then I want to introduce you to some of the doctors, because this has support in the medical community.
That's right.
For generations. Okay, this piece here, all those small parts, fully assembled out of the box. That's also the bed, fully assembled out of the box, except for 2 bolts that you put right here. In fact, you don't even have to line up the 2 parts that the bolts go through. They're already lined up. You just put the bolts in the hole.
That's
okay? The 3-hole hinge, you attach these. Now, this gives you additional control. You don't have to remember all this. That's all in the DVD. But these 3 settings control the responsiveness of the table. It's kind of matching the responsiveness to your weight.
That's right.
If you're a lightweight person, you want to have more response, so use the top hole. If you're up at 250, 300 pounds, slow the machine down by going to the bottom hole.
Okay.
But in any case, it's simply...
you pop them in, right?
Yeah, it just goes in and clicks. And I got one more hand.
Okay, yep.
All right.
I sure do.
A-frame, pretty much fully assembled out of the box. The preset security strap, that is attached. The spreader arms are both attached. All 4 feet are attached. What do you got to assemble?
That's right.
These upgraded handles, 3 machine screws, 1 bolt. That's it. That's really your only assembly. And you will spend more time getting it out of the box than you will. Now look how it snaps together.
See that?
Then you will.
And Roger, while you do that,
together.
let me show everybody everything they're getting. Of course, you're getting your FitSpine inversion table. This is the latest model from Roger, okay? And we've got it at the lowest price ever. You're also going to be getting the lumbar bridge support. We'll tell you all about that and why that's important. You're gonna love that. You're getting the 8 nodules for those, you know, that kind of digging in deep to those stressed, tired, tense muscles. You're also getting the Getting Started DVD. This will help you assemble, but it's also gonna include routines for stretching and strengthening. 7 routines created by corrective exercise specialists. So you're gonna love that DVD. You get it home, you get on it. Remember, the only one with the FDA clearance, the only one UL tested for safety, and I don't know about you, but I don't wanna hang on upside down, or I don't wanna invert unless I know that it is super stable and safe. This is the only one in the industry UL tested. The way you've manufactured it as well, can we talk about that? Because you're a pretty smart guy. It didn't just start with the inversion table.
Well, you know, my background is in aircraft, and the most important thing in aircraft is keeping planes in the sky, not having them, the metal fail in fatigue.
Right.
Well, when you cycle an inversion table back and forth like this, there are loads first in one direction, then another. And UL set the safety standard for cycling at 30,000 cycles with 300 pounds. And there is no way to accomplish that with ordinary steel. You take ordinary steel is like a coat hanger. You can bend it back and forth and break it in a minute. That's a fatigue failure. We use high carbon steels, heat treated and key components to engineer out fatigue failure. And Teeter is the only brand that does that, and therefore the only brand that meets the UL safety certification.
Yeah, I mean, and that is peace of mind. There's the testing, there's the UL listing requirements. These are just the requirements to get that very valuable UL listing.
Well, this every component is cycled 30,000 times. You know, this is the locking mechanism. That stack of weights, that's 1,200 pounds. That is 4 times the maximum user weight. There's your 300 pounds. It's got to do that 30,000 times. Wow, Roger. You know, the look-alike tables, and they do look alike. Yeah. You know, with our successors, a lot of them, they look alike, but they use the wrong steel. That cycling test, typically they fail in fatigue failure, torn, broken, and bent metal at about 10 to 11% of spec value.
Unparalleled.
10 to 11% of spec value. we went way beyond spec value with no failure.
And so unparalleled quality and strength and attention to detail. We want to open up the phone lines. We want to hear from so many of you that have said yes, that purchased this before. Our testimonial line is open. It's 1-866-376-8255. Please share your testimony. It could be the very thing that changes people's lives. We've got our first caller, Stephen, calling from New Jersey, who just ordered his. Stephen, you are live on the air. Welcome in. It's Leslie and Roger Teeter.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Roger. How are you doing?
I am doing
great.
fantastic. Tell us, you just bought the table for the first time?
Yes, I just purchased it today. I've been watching it for years and always been very interested in it. Last year I had an issue with my back, just a lower back problem, and then I had a sciatica issue, and then recently kind of a pinched nerve. So I think at my age, maybe this might be something good to try to slow down the the aging process, or at least
Boy, you hit it right on.
Yeah, you hit it on the
aging
head.
process, for sure.
Stephen, because Roger, I mean, this is it. And you know what's nice, Stephen, is that this is not this giant commitment that eventually we all kind of lapse on or leave behind. This is little few minutes a day.
3 to 5 minutes a day. I mean, you see everybody here hanging for an hour during the show. 3 to 5 minutes is what it takes to decompress the body. But Stephen, I wanted to ask you, have you tried inversion before?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
So
Well,
I'm very interested to see this. I'm a little bit nervous about hanging upside down, but with the UL listing, that gives me a little more confidence that I'm not going to run into any problems.
You see that?
This has strong medical support throughout actually generations. I'll talk about that after your phone call, but I really appreciate.
And Stephen, if I may interject, Roger taught me, because I'm that person that was scared. And the first time I was very embarrassed. I kind of screamed on air live because I was afraid. Roger said, Leslie, you don't have to invert completely to get the full benefits.
No.
In fact, he doesn't want you inverting full on, hanging upside down in the beginning. So something for you to think about, right, Roger?
Absolutely. And Stephen, here's a real plus with these traction handles. You can put the preset angle strap on, stop your table at this angle. I would expect you'd feel comfortable at this angle. This is quite shallow, about 20 degrees.
That's right.
And then you can use the handles and use arm power to further elongate your body and decompress it as though you were in full inversion. Now, yes, you got to do a little work, and it is better, more relaxing, to gradually increase it and work yourself up to this angle, which is the magic angle where you will elongate that 1 to 2 inches without having to use the traction handle.
But you don't have to start there, Stephen. So isn't that nice? Small, tiny commitment. Big payoff.
Yeah, I plan on starting off slowly, but I do want to do it as soon as I wake up, as Roger said, and right before I go to bed. So I'll do 3 to 5 minutes twice a day, and look forward to feeling better or getting a better spine.
And Stephen, give us a call or write to Roger, write to us on HSN. We are so want to hear what you feel. If you felt that relief, because again, this is natural relief, this is temporary relief. But the more and more you do it, the better you feel. We are very happy for you. And today, you got a pretty awesome deal, including the 10-year warranty that we never do.
This is the best deal we've ever offered. The most advanced
Thank you, Stephen,
table.
for that call. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to head into some testimonials.
Right. Actually, I want to build into that because one of the things that people say, well, what does the medical community think of this? Well, this has a long history of support from the medical community. Yes, maybe even the longest. In one sense, it was invented by Hippocrates in 400 BC.
Is that right?
And the reason that Hippocrates clamped the Greeks by their ankles, yes, by their ankles, and hung them upside down to give that temporary relief of back pain, is lifestyle issues. Every successful society has back pain issues because of the lifestyle that comes with a developed society, like ours. Too much sitting, weak muscles, and stress, and probably some weight gain coming in there too. And those things accumulate, especially over time, little injuries along the way until you have the final one that shuts you down. Inversion, that is inverted and using your own body weight to decompress, to reverse the harmful compression of the body by gravity is the answer. And so regular use of Teeter not only deals with back pain on the issues that we read from FDA, but it can slow the aging process. Listen to this, slow the aging process. And it can also help be preventative in the sense that by keeping those joints healthy, flexible, able to move through their full range.
Hydrated.
When the time comes that you do move wrong, you got a much better chance of not actually having to go through, you know, a compression injury. You'll just pass over it because your joints will be able to take it.
That gives us so much hope and so much inspiration. And if you're sitting home right now, and right now, this very moment, you're saying, I can't move. I'm in so much pain. I don't know what to do. I want you to stick around. We want you to listen to this testimonial. We've got the doctors talking
That's
as well.
what I was going to say. We'll bring you current here with some modern doctors,
Yeah.
Dr. Fryer and Dr. Long. And Dr. Long is absolutely widely known. I'm talking worldwide.
That's
and
right.
I really want you to check him out because I'm so proud of his testimony because it has such weight.
That's
you
right.
know, his first name is Donlin, D-O-N-L-I-N, Donlin Long, neurosurgeon. Check him out. He was 35 years head of one of the largest universities in the United States for neurosurgery.
Let's take a listen to Dr. Long and Dr. Fryer, and then please come back, place your order. We've never had a better deal. Take a listen.
So when you decompress, there is a lengthening of the spine. And by doing so, with a greater disc height, you've got more room for the nerves. There's less compression with the facet joints, and the spine is just much happier.
For the past 53 years, I've been a neurosurgeon with a major interest in chronic pain and dealing with many patients with back pain. Most patients tell me if they use their Teeter inversion table on a regular basis, they simply feel much better. No one has to do anything to you, and I think it's a very natural way to deal with the problem.
No one has to do anything to you, a very natural way to get that temporary pain relief, and just 3 to 5 minutes a day. You don't have to sit here like Miss Jenny, like Riley for an hour long. It is the tiniest commitment. You know, in the time that you've brushed your teeth, in the time that you've made a cup of coffee, you could set the cup of coffee and invert, Roger, and change your life.
Better to do, you know, frequency, like 2 or 3 to 5 minute sessions.
Yeah.
It's whatever time it takes your body to elongate, to fully decompress, and then a little more time to move around and help it jiggle back into alignment and good posture. You'll look better in your clothes.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm getting on. I'm getting
Okay.
on. I'm 5'4".
All right.
So, okay.
I'll
So
put
we
it
set
on
the height first.
that height, and I'm going to put this preset angle.
Okay, this
strap,
is Stephen.
and-
You'd want to
All
do
right,
that too, right? Because
this-
Stephen was saying he was worried.
Yeah,
You
no.
want to do the safety latch.
Now you can adjust it to stop at any angle, but that's
Yeah,
got to be comfortable
that's
for you.
good,
I
yeah.
know you don't want this. We'll talk
Okay.
about it, but she's got mic packs on the back, and that's,
it's coming included.
That's not going to work.
Okay, so if I was brand new and I got my table up and running, how do I step in? What do I do?
Well, what you want to do is step. Probably the easiest thing is step way over. And then enter
Okay.
heel wise.
Okay, so I'm gonna step way over. So pretend I'm brand new at this because I have inverted before. And remember the first time I squealed, I was so scared.
All right, I am gonna, first time you should have a spotter because even though most of you will balance right on your height, no, put your feet on the top here, on the foot pads. There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Heel first, there.
Yep, okay. Now, you can just pull it. You don't need to push the button. Just pull it towards you. So there's micro adjustments. I'm gonna change these
Oh, thank you.
a little more
Make
comfortable.
it comfortable.
Okay.
And those are all padded, so those feel really
Yeah,
good.
those
Okay.
those foot pads that is so high technology. We'll get into the features of the table now. I'm gonna hold the table and make
Yeah.
sure we're all right, but you lean back.
Let me take my mics are, sorry. Live television, the joys, here we go. Okay, so I lay back.
You're lifting off probably a little more than I think is a good starting point.
Okay.
You can stay there. I'm gonna actually just lengthen it.
Oh, ooh, I felt that. Ooh, that's good.
I just lengthened the
Okay.
main shaft to set you about an inch or two higher than your height.
Now, do I hold on?
Okay, now move one arm back. Let's see how
Okay.
we move. And I probably could have gone 1 inch less, but this is gonna work. Why don't you can you wiggle back?
I can. Oh, there we go. And because we've got that safety latch, it's not gonna go further than what I want.
You know
I'm
what? I am
comfortable
gonna put you back. I raised you 2 inches.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
Roger.
what I did is you're on 1 inch higher than your height.
with. Now, do I leave my arms back or do I put them on the handles? What do I do?
Well, you can put them where you like, but if you bring what you want to do is really take deep breaths or what have you and really focus on relaxing your body. Because what's happening, every weight-bearing joint in your body is being decompressed by the same weight that it normally has to carry. What we need to do, maybe get you a little relaxed.
Whoa. Ooh. You know what's crazy? I know that I'm not even fully inverted, and I'm already feeling the stretch. I'm already feeling that decompression.
No, you would. And you don't even have to go beyond this angle to get stress. If stress relief is your primary thing, you don't have to do anything more than this. But let's say that you do have a herniated disc, I hope not, or sciatica, or degenerative joint disease, which is osteoarthritis, same thing. You can stop at this angle and say, well, I don't feel more comfortable with this angle yet. And then you can come up now, and you can use these handles. Now here's the handles, and then push on them with your arms. Push, not pull.
Oh, push.
Yeah.
Push. Oh, I feel the stretch even more.
Yeah, well, that's it. You can actually get the same decompression as full inversion with some significant muscle power. Of course, it's better if you can, as you gradually get used to inversion, to just change the angle and work up to the angle of the rear legs.
And I gotta tell you, we are all so curious about this. So my producer, Catherine's like, how do you feel? Do you feel safe? Do you feel... I feel completely safe. Of course, I know you put that safety strap, you know. I would not feel safe completely inverting first time, you know, but I already felt the stretch. I already felt the decompression, and I'm not even halfway there.
Yeah,
which is remarkable.
Your cheeks were getting a little rosy.
Is this going to make me look younger, Roger? Because that's what I...
Well, I tell you, Colleen Lopez, who uses it every day.
Does she? Is that her secret?
Well, she said it is one of her secrets. She says, I use it at least once every day, frequently twice, but every time I come up, I feel like I just had a facial.
Yeah, well, you know what you feel? You feel energized. And I don't know scientifically if it's, you know, the blood rush to the head. I don't know what it is, Roger. Well, but you feel this is like better than a cup of coffee, better than, like, you know, a ride on my elliptical bike. It's amazing.
Well, on a wake up, if you're a little sluggish in the morning, especially if you slept a little curled up like I do, and you get out of bed and you have trouble standing up and you're kind of tired, get on the table, 1 minute of inversion, one. And it's 2 cups of coffee without the caffeine, and you are out of the chute. Your head's on top of your shoulders. You're looking good in your clothes with good posture.
That's amazing. You
know, it's an amazing wake up. But it's interesting, at the end of the day, when your body is shutting down and relaxing, it's a de-stressor that gives you a jump start on a great night's sleep.
Would I sound ridiculous if I said, believe it or not, I actually feel taller? I know it sounds totally goofy. But I feel...
that is one of the most common things people say. And it's partly because you're standing straighter. Your head's right on top, and you are a little taller.
Yeah.
I mean, when you invert, one of the 4 ways that Teeter relieves back pain is encouraging rehydration of the discs, you know, adding moisture so that the discs are thicker when you come up than when you started. And so that's one of the 4 ways, along with realignment, taking the pain off, and then stretching and relaxing paraspinal muscles. Okay, let's run through the...
Yeah, take me on a tour, because we want to know, because I felt these, and you know, it almost feels like, you know, when you got that sore, tight muscle, like it almost felt like, you know, you can customize where you get that yummy relief.
Right, there are 8 acupressure nodes, 2 of each of 4 sizes, and they have a little wing nut on them, and they can go in any one of these slots. So when you've got that knot in your back and you just wish somebody could take their thumb and push on it, this is your thumbs. Okay, so that's a big thing. And I took the lumbar bridge off because of the mic pack that she was having, but this is a very valuable and patented feature in the sense that it not only just keeps the curvature in your lower back correct in partial inversion, but most important, I think, is that if you mount it lower, and remember you can put it in lots of locations, rather than putting it right in the curvature of your back, put it a little lower so it kind of grabs your butt at your hips, and it squares your hips. You know, a lot of people, when you go to a chiropractor, the first thing you do is check your hips to see if they're square.
That's right. Like,
and this will square your hips before you start to invert.
Now, do I have to use the nodes and the lumbar? No, I don't have to?
No, of course not. That's an extra, but it's included and it gives you that option. Technology-wise, the FitSpine, the reason we renamed it, retooled it, new look, new tooling, new colors, is because of you. You said, you know, this table is so fantastic, but I sure wish it was a little more comfortable. And that's the previous table. And look, you cannot put foam on it. If you put foam on an inversion table, don't be fooled by that. It interferes with decompression. You sink into the foam, and it resists your body elongating, and that's the magic, the most important of the 4 things that the Teeter does. It's the elongation, taking the pressure off. Less pressure is less plane, but you gotta be able to elongate. You gotta have a table that's slippery. Well, how can you make a soft table that is, and one that is still slippery without using foam? Well, engineering-wise, I think we can see this bed. See how the bed, here's the steel frame. And the bed is like 2.5, 3 inches above the steel frame.
Right.
We lifted the bed off it and mounted it on 8 suspension points. So this is a floating suspension bed. And when I say floating, it moves. Look at you. You sink an 1.5 inches into it when you sit on it. And not only that, as you stretch, the table floats and moves with you. That is a huge plus. It needed a new name.
So it is the FitSpine X3. Now here's the thing. This is the latest and greatest. This is the latest your money can buy from Roger Teeter, and we've got it at the lowest price we've ever done, because we recognize that every new year is a brand new opportunity for a new year, for trying new things, for a new you, for getting that relief you've been searching for. So we've got it at $160 off this visit only. For this visit only, we've got it with a 10-year warranty. I want you to think about that. Most things are coming these days with a 30-day warranty. If you're lucky, you get 1-year warranty. A 10-year warranty, that is peace of mind as a shopper and a consumer. No other inversion table has that FDA clearance. No other table earned that very important UL listing for safety and quality and standards. And no other one is coming with that 10-year warranty. Not only that, 85% assembled, because I don't know about you, but when I get this home, I want to get on it as soon as possible. So if you're struggling today, maybe you're always tight and you're always tense, this is the answer for you. If you are struggling with back issues, remember that FDA clearance, as Roger said, came late to the party, but who cares? It finally got there. That means that we are addressing 10 symptoms, 10 things, 10
potentially
diseases.
The serious back pain causes.
The 10 things that are causing that back pain that's taking your life, the quality of your life. We're addressing
another phone call.
Yeah.
I love these phone calls. You're my pay.
And so we're talking to Al from Arkansas that just ordered. Hi, Al. Welcome. You're live on the air.
How you doing?
We're
Super.
great, Al. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
We're great. So tell me why you said yes today, Al. What made you purchase this today?
Well, the demonstration and so on, I've listened to this gentleman for many years now, and this is the first time I've seen this machine work. I'd like to talk to him personally. He's a senior citizen like myself, and I'd like to talk to him personally if possible.
Absolutely.
Al, you are live right now with Roger Teeter. Whatever you want to ask.
What can I answer for you?
Well, let me ask you this. I'm a senior citizen like yourself.
I'm 81 this year.
You'll be 81.
Yep. I am 80. I'll be 81 later this year.
I'll be 83 later this year.
All right.
What benefit I'm a retired military service, and my back has been bothering me because of too many combat boots, I guess.
Yes.
And I had a fall here recently, and my back has really been killing the heck out of me. I can't even sit in my recliner. What benefits will this do for me?
It's going to decompress. I mean, most of the issues are your own body weight on misalignments and aging deterioration things that it can be at least slowed or even partially reversed. So when you invert, and take your time. Don't go beyond an angle you're comfortable with, because when you invert the first time, you may not feel like anything's going on, but your joints, it's a big deal. I mean, the lumbar joints in your lower back, if that's where your main pain is, they're used to carrying 60% of your body weight continuously. All of a sudden, you're gonna have 60% of your body weight starting to pull traction. That's a huge change for them. So pick an angle you're comfortable with, and don't overdo it initially. You know, adding more angle as you're comfortable. And one very important point, you know, after you've been, say, inverted at maybe this angle for, 3 to 5 minutes, come back up to level and stay level for a full minute, and then slowly put the weight back on. You know, you could get on, if you were to get on the internet and ask a question and tell people, or as part of the question, what your issues are, and ask if there's somebody that's tried inversion, or you will find some response. We got so many people from the military. In fact, check on the internet, U.S. Army and inversion. They did a 6.5-year evaluation of inversion at Fort Benning in Fort Benning, where everybody in basic training hung 5 minutes at the end of the day. It's a little different than the situation you're in, because they were running, jumping, twisting, turning, and tweak their backs. And that tweak, by the next morning, would knock them out of training because of the swelling of the muscles around to splint the dislocation. But if they had everybody hang 5 minutes at the end of the day, most of those misalignments would self-correct, and they could avoid the whole problem.
Yeah.
So it has a strong history of military use. It's been used by extensive people, Navy SEALs. I mean, because partly to train the vestibular. I'm getting too far afield here.
Yeah.
But it is a proven way to slow the aging process. It is a proven way by FDA to deal with 5, or rather 10 common causes of back pain, and most likely yours is 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of those. And it's a way to keep the back healthy and build up a reserve. Once you get rid of the pain, don't stop using it. You know, build up a reserve by inverting on a regular basis to get those joints healthier and flexible and more hydrated, so that any movement that might cause a problem later on may not cause a problem.
Al, I hope that we, in as little time as we can do, that we've answered some questions for you, and we're so grateful for your call, because that's what it's about. It's about changing people's life and giving you that natural relief, that natural temporary relief, but the more and more you use it, small little commitment every day, we're hoping that we can give you that relief that you're searching for. Sir, thank you for your service to our country, and I hope that this is so helpful to you.
All right.
Well, thank you. I want to say something to the gentleman there, but you cut me off right away, and you cut him off.
No.
Well, here, what did you have to say, Al?
Okay. Listen, I appreciate your comments, and also your strength with the military, because I've spent 30 years with young people and all this. I appreciate it. I'm going to try it, and I do have 30 days, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you do.
You do. If it doesn't,
Fine.
if it
Now,
doesn't change your life.
let me try for 30 days, and also the reluctant person, and we'll go from there. Okay, thank you so much, and have a beautiful, blessed day.
All right, Al, remember.
Thank you so much.
You've got, try it on a regular basis. Use it every day. Go to an angle that you're comfortable with. Add a little more angle if you're comfortable with that. But it's going to take some time to reverse the effects that you're feeling, because it took a long time to build them up.
Now, remember too, if you're new to HSN, welcome in. There are many ways to shop with us and get your order in, because what we're doing today, we've not done. It is the lowest price we've done. We literally took it from $479, $160 off. So it is today $319. We've got 6 months to pay it off. You don't even have to pay that lowest price all up front. At 6 months on any debit or credit card, it's less than $2 a day, basically $53 a month for the next 6 months. And then remember, this table does what no other one does. We've got things that set it apart. The FDA clearance, the UL listing, the 10 years of warranty. That's a big deal. And then 85% assembled. So many of you saying yes today. We have time for more phone calls. Keep them coming. It's 1-866-376-8255. You will get the brand new FitSpine X3 table. You're going to get your lumbar adjustment, your nodules for that deep relief, and your Get Started DVD. But remember, start slow in a little tiny 3 to 5 minutes a day. I mean, this could be life-changing. Life-changing.
Certainly was for me.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many top features. You know, this easy reach handle, that is a big deal. It was designed for our clinical use. That used to be a $100 upgrade. The traction handles, my favorite upgrade. These oversized handles, you know, these pads that clamp your ankles. 3 years of engineering, 3 sets of tooling, a hard backing for security, and then foam covering the entire inside and around the edges, and an ergonomic shape to be comfortable. You know, we have, with 2.5 million people sold, we have learned how to refine everything. We've listened to everything you've said, and you now have a soft, comfortable bed. Do we have another phone call?
We do. We have Doug calling, who just ordered, who actually has used Inversion before. Hi, Doug, you're live on the air. It's Leslie, and it's the one and only Roger Teeter.
Hello, Leslie and Roger.
Hi,
Doug. Thanks so much for calling in. What prompted you? Now, you said you've used Inversion before.
Well, yeah, I'm a physical therapist, and I've used it in my clinic for years, and had excellent results with Inversion. And I just think it's really looks like a great unit.
Yeah, this is, we put everything into this one, everything into it. And I think you'll find it's comfortable as well. And having it at home is going to allow you to do it immediately before bed, which I'm sure you understand the merit of decompression and stress relief before rolling into bed.
Yeah.
Doug, and
I've seen a lot of ridiculous pain down the leg and everything, and surprisingly enough, it helps very quickly.
Oh, well, Doug, that's a big deal that you're an actual physical therapist too, and that you're ordering today, because remember, not only the FDA clearance, but we've got amazing doctor testimonials. I mean, there is such proven science behind this. The fact that you bought it, that you said yes today, that speaks volumes.
Right. I agree.
Well, Doug,
I'm looking forward to it.
I hope that you have a moment to call back next time Roger's on and share your testimonial. We really value it, because it really makes a difference for so many people, whether, you know, they put their confidence in Roger and say yes or not. So please make sure you call back or leave a testimonial if you can, okay?
I sure will.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
And by the way, I will repeat, Roger, 4.8 star customer pick on this table. You made it a customer pick. We didn't. You made it. Out of those 274 reviews, we've got 266 5 and 4 stars. I mean, it's practically perfect. Remember, you will get your brand new FitSpine. You will get your lumbar bridge accessory. I want to say what it's called, right? The 8 nodules. Your Get Started DVD is really valuable as well, Roger.
Absolutely.
Because it's gonna, you know, it's gonna help you assemble it, and it's also gonna have some fitness and stretch routines on it for you to get started.
Oh, it's 85% assembled, but it does walk you through how to get it out of the box.
That's
probably your biggest challenge.
Yeah,
but no, there's a couple of bolts. It really is pre-assembled 85%. I want to go to another doctor, Dr. Nackimson, you know, because I want you to understand what drives the back pain. Dr. Nackimson did this study in Gothenburg University in Sweden a number of years ago. That bright light, that's the location of surgically implanted pressure sensors in each participant in this program. Pressure reading in the right-hand corner up above 100%, kind of a baseline. And then each person was asked to move to a different body position to see how the pressure changed. Bending over, doubled, but you knew that. You knew you had to be careful with your back bending over. Did you know that? Sitting down, taking the load off on your muscles, dumping it on your back. Here's the recipe for back pain. There it is. There's the lifestyle issue that drives back pain. Too much sitting, weak muscles and stress. 2.5 times the loads of standing on your back when you sit in poor posture. That last 25%, another surprise, in the sense that pressure, that last 25% pressure on your joints is not driven by gravity, but all of these ligaments and muscles that stabilize it, but they hold the spine in background compression like rubber bands, and those rubber bands are very strong. So that's why you need to pull traction equal to 60% of your body weight to get those joints to decompress, realign, rehydrate, and take the pressure off like a pinched nerve, like sciatica.
And Roger, you are so active. You're such an inspiration to so many people, not only for this superior machine, but I mean, just looking at you, you're amazing.
Wow, okay.
You are.
I tell you, I am so honored and humbled for what
That's
Inversion's
you.
done for me and for others. Yeah, I love water skiing. I went 40 times this last summer, and I'm back in the slalom course. For those of you who know what that is, and that's Cohen. And my grandson, Joven, those two, I taught to water ski, and I'm trying to get them interested in the slalom course like I have, you know. But nevertheless, whatever it is, whether it's gardening, cycling, rowing, having a life, keeping up with the grandkids, which to me is precious, you've got to have a flexible, functioning back. I mean, every load in the body, everything you do goes through the back.
That's right.
So when your back's shut down, you're shut down.
That's right. And so, Roger, we have a couple more minutes left. Remember, it's $53 and change. Any debit or credit card, we will ship it out to you on free shipping. You've got 6 months to pay it off, and you've also got 30 days unconditional money-back guarantee if you're not 100% satisfied. So for $1.70 a day, say yes today to getting that quality of life back, to getting that decompression, that relaxation, that every single morning or every single night. Now, final couple of minutes. Do you want Dr. Tons, or do you want to, where do we go, Roger?
We got so many testimonies. I love the Lawrence's because it shows the whole body affected by the back pain. I think we can squeeze them both, and I definitely want Dr. Tons in there.
Okay, so let's head over to Dr. Tons first.
Okay.
Let's take a listen to this. Not only FDA cleared, but lots of medical science behind this product. Take a listen.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
All right, Dr. Tons is a senior orthopedic surgeon at Trauma One Center in San Diego. And I want to reemphasize the what I think are two of the most important things that he mentioned. One is it's a maintenance program. This is a way to keep healthy, youthful function of your back throughout your life, just the way you take care of your skin on a regular basis, right? You maybe go to the gym, hopefully, take care of your heart, your spine. A regular program of proper maintenance through the use of Teeter will keep youthful function, flexibility with bonuses you can see in the mirror and better posture and moving like a young person. But the other thing was daily height loss. Are you surprised to hear that? I know you have felt it in your own body because these discs, fluid-filled shock absorbers, lose fluid during the day. They become thinner. You become shorter, your pants get tighter. That's why it's not lunch. Skip lunch, you'll find your pants still get tighter because it's a compression wrinkle. You're shorter, you bulge out in the center. Right. You get in the car to drive home, you adjust the rearview mirror down because you're shorter, and then up in the morning. Well, those daily height changes are interesting, but they reverse overnight, but not 100%. And we're gonna show you the aging spine, what gravity does to your body if you do not fight back. You know, and here it is. This figure is not gaining weight, but he sure is changing body shape. Look, he's losing height. And as he loses height, he's bulging out in the center. You know, a lot of that middle-age spread isn't weight gain. It is a compression wrinkle. But the big deal is not just the loss in figure. That's big enough. But it's the fact that height loss is in the soft tissue of the joint. Look at the discs in the older gentleman.
Wow.
He doesn't have the flexibility, the shock absorption. He can't be active. You know, keeping those discs hydrated and flexible and healthy is the secret to being able to be active, to do gardening, to keep up with the grandkids. And here's even a better reason. All communication from the brain to every part of the body below the neck are through the spinal cord and the nerves that come out. 2 nerves for every one of the discs. So all communication from the brain goes through these nerves. And if these nerves get pinched, and they can because the disc height disc height controls the size of the opening that the nerve comes through. So a thin disc means a pinched nerve. That's sciatica or degenerative joint disease, osteoarthritis, all these things pile up.
Ouch, yeah.
So if you've got a pinched nerve and it's a nerve that goes down your leg, you have pain. It's called sciatica, or your shoulder. You might have a pinched nerve that doesn't have any feeling with it. Well, that's scary because it's compromising communication between the brain.
Wow.
That's why maintenance is so important, because not only do you want to deal with the problem issue, you know, whatever joint's bothering you, you want to keep all your joints healthy, because they all have an important function that, if it's compromised, will, you know, accelerate the aging process. So inversion is a way to fight back against the harmful compression of the body by gravity.
Okay, so lots of things we've got to do. Your item number is 638925. I want to talk to Mary Ellen first, who's calling us from South Carolina, just ordered. Mary Ellen, you're live on the air. Welcome in. It's Leslie and Roger Teeter. Mary Ellen, are you there? Oh, hi, Mary Ellen. You're live on the air. It's Roger Teeter.
Thanks for calling.
Oh, my goodness. Hi.
Hi, Mary Ellen. I understand you just ordered.
Yes, I've been thinking about ordering the inversion table for quite a while now. I have a lot of back issues, and, you know, this area of decompression just makes a whole lot of sense to me. I have bulging discs in my neck and problems with some lower spine, and looking forward to trying it.
Well, you've certainly got the symptoms that are both common and ones that Teeter is indicated for. I mean, a bulging disc is a precursor to a ruptured disc. So I mean, it is just on the list with FDA, only it's not specifically mentioned. But it's so important to keep of our spine, to slow the aging process, to deal with specific back problems at the moment, and to build up resistance against future injuries.
Mary Ellen, isn't it nice that it's just 2 to 5 minutes a day? Yeah. It is such a small commitment, but the payoff is so important and so powerful.
Yeah, it is. It is nice that it's a very short time every day, and I really think that it will help me, because I can remember going to the chiropractor and doing cervical traction, where he kind of pulled, you know, my head up, and just the relief from the disc decompressing. So
that relief.
Really looking forward to it.
Oh, Mary Ellen, I hope it works for you. It really has changed so many people's lives. And as you can see, I mean, we've got proof and a live testimonial right here every single time.
Well, thanks so much for calling. And by the way, the weight of your head is the perfect weight to decompress the small you know, the small joints in your neck. So it's just every joint being decompressed by exactly the same weight it has to carry.
Mary Ellen, thank you so much for that call.
Good to know.
And good luck.
Thank you.
And leave your testimonial
so
or call back. We appreciate it. Thank you.
I will. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well. We've got time, right, Catherine, for Larimore and Cedric? Okay, so let's do this.
It shows you what happens to a family when one person has back pain.
The back problems really started when I did a long road trip. When you're in constant pain, it definitely has a significant impact on your ability to deal with little kids that are running around. You can't deal with stress as easily.
I just wanted him to be better and be back to himself and back to being a vibrant part of our family. His pain had an effect on his relationship with the kids, and that was hard to watch.
A friend of mine introduced me to Teeter. As soon as I got on it, it was relief. It felt amazing.
The net benefit of him using the Teeter to our family is just unbelievable.
I'm like a spokesperson for the Teeter. I tell everybody I know.
Most important, besides the best deal that we've ever offered in this table, is all the features that we've included. I want to run through them real quick. We got a comfort dial foot platform, big shoes, small shoes, these foot pads. hard backing for security, spongy foam covering the whole thing, very comfortable, easy reach handle, micro adjustments. That was a $100 upgrade before it. We have the preset angle strap that allows you to stop you at any angle you choose. The traction handles are free. That used to be a $32 upgrade. It's my favorite one. And the oversized handles, the lumbar bridge, which helps to square your hips before you start your inversion. Acupressure nodes, there's 8 of them, 2 of each of 4 sizes. They can be your thumbs to get those knots. And tech-wise, look at this. It's our FlexTech bed. This table is so much more comfortable. It moves with you. We've taken it off the steel frame and mounted it on 8 suspension points. It is a floating table that moves with you. It is comfortable.
It's item 638925. Final couple of minutes. A couple of things that people like to add to their order. You may be seeing this fantastic mat that actually has some of the exercises and stretches on it, and it's a great way to keep your floors nice and safe, right? People love adding
25
that.
figures, and it shows first week, second week, third week, fourth week, and advanced exercises. A lot of the stretches that we learned from the U.S. Army. You know, check on the internet, U.S. Army and Inversion. You'll be amazed at the benefits that the Army realized. My wife has got the best deal there with a massage pad, 10 of the strongest motors. The massage pad stays on the bed. You have 50 different controls.
So people are adding the massage pad on as well. That's fantastic too.
And it's
We've
got
got final quantities of those as well, Roger, because you only have 2 more shows. We're down on the mat alone. I only have 600.
Yeah.
And then we've got that cushion as well that vibrates, adding to that experience.
Right, and the head goes above the pillow with these infrared heaters hitting you on either side of the neck. And
then
Riley's favorite is the neck restore. Where is that thing?
I have it right here, I think. This is
there
it.
it is.
This is it. So,
believe me,
and if you
I've
want
seen
this
my
one,
daughter in such problem pain. She's hunched over a neck all the time, and it just hurts me to see it. This neck restore that her husband came up with has changed her life. And
final
she'll tell you about it.
270. Final
that'll
200.
be gone.
Yeah. So Riley, why do we want this? Because a lot of people ordering, it's just another, I think, a couple of dollars on a credit card payment, $15, I think.
Well, it has Velcro, so it can go on the table, but if you just want to use it on its own, you can too. And instead of going in the arch of your neck, it goes at the very top of your neck, the base of your head, and it releases those suboccipital muscles, those 4 muscles that get so tight and tense, especially because we tend to be looking at the screens, leaning our head forward, and this will release the tension, and you'll be amazed at how good it feels.
Okay, so final 270 there. Roger, we're out of time, but once again, a life-changing hour for so many people. Your item number is 638925. Remember, 6 months to pay it off at $53 and change. Any debit or credit card, sir. You've been here 20 years. You're doing something right. Nobody lasts that long with one product. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. If it doesn't change your life, send it back. In fact, when you get off the table, if you don't jump, you'll feel like it.
You're amazing. Stay in the ordering process. Get yours. We've never done this deal today. We're coming up with a beauty hour next.
We use goat milk